Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. How are you today? Today, we're gonna talk about something that's changed the way that I live life, and it'll change the way that you live life as well. And that is the art of romanticizing your life. By romanticizing, I don't mean lighting candles, making Pinterest boards, even though we love that energy, and I do make like a new Pinterest board every single day. I love Pinterest, but I actually mean falling in love with being alive with the small moments, with your journey, and finding your purpose in this life, which is such an interesting topic. Finding your purpose. Like when it actually all clicked for me, I think when I turned to 21 and I realized I have one life. What do I want to make of my life? Like me as a human, like how do I want to live this life? I started also falling in love with life to make it all kind of possible, and I would love for you to be able to do the same. So we're going to talk about how to do that today. This is not like a podcast, it's just like a little FaceTime talk. But I really want you to be able to fall in love with your life and romanticize it and find your purpose, because the truth is life actually starts to feel magical when you stop waiting for something bigger to happen. So like it's the week, for example, let me set an example. We're on a Wednesday or whatever day of the week, and like you're waiting for the weekend to go out, like that feeling of like something bigger, or you're waiting for your package to arrive, like that feeling of instant gratitude. Life is not actually about that, and when you realize that, you're able to fall in love with every single moment of your life and your journey and find your purpose instead of just seeking like instant gratitude. And with that, I think it's clear, and if you listened to last week's video, romanticizing life actually starts with gratitude. It is that mental shift from I wish something was different, or I wish I had something else or something more, to I am grateful for what I have right now and for what life is giving me in this present moment, and how can I make the best out of it already. When you're able to slow down, that's so important, slowing down. Take a deep breath and actually notice the sunlight coming from your window, or feel the sun like in your body, like how the sun hits you, the smell of your coffee, or that little quiet moment before the day starts or you're gonna start an activity. Like you literally just kind of let yourself feel what's going on and admire what's going on. You realize that happiness isn't waiting for you in the future. It's happening to you right now. And you can feel happy right now and romanticize the now, instead of just kind of sitting down and waiting for it to happen. You really do realize that life is happening right now. And it's interesting because the more that you focus on what's already beautiful in the world, in you, the more you start to see beauty. It really is like a mental exercise, honestly, because you don't just shift one day and go oh, today I'm gonna admire every single thing around me and I'm gonna be happy forever. No. And I'm not telling you that I've always been this way. I used to be such a negative little human being, and I used to complain a lot, and I used to be so insecure. I genuinely used to be really insecure, and I'd say I don't like this about my body, or why do I need to do this homework, or why do I need to apply to this work thing. And when I was able to learn that I need to stop and actually focus my energy on what's good right now, and that will grow. Whatever you focus your energy on, that is gonna grow. So when you focus your energy on the good things, that is gonna grow. So it's that mental shift from I don't like this to what do I actually like? What can I actually be grateful for? And how can I make that even better, rather than focusing your energy on the bad, because that is not a life worth living. And it is like a muscle that you train. You do train your gratitude muscle. You do train your eyes to see beauty in the world. I remember I was in Barcelona this summer, and one of my best friends asked me what's your perspective on this world? What do you see? Oh, I just got a text. What do you see the most? And I said beauty. We can look around and I can tell you how for me, like, most things right now are beautiful, like the small details and things. And it's such an amazing mindset to have, because you do start becoming more grateful for everything that you have, and you stop waiting for life to happen to you or to bring beauty to you. Like, it just gives you a sense of enoughness. And that's when life stops feeling like you're chasing, and it actually starts feeling like you're living, because you're not chasing a feeling anymore. And that is great, because honestly, as Gen Z says, we don't chase, we attract. That is a fact. Nothing chased and nothing forced will come to you, like, will work. In my opinion, honestly, yeah. You need to flow. You need to flow, and you need to just be grateful and allow beautiful things to happen to you instead of chasing them. And that's where it gets tricky, because we live in such a loud, noisy world. Have you ever, like, been scrolling through TikTok, or like some of my friends say, like, block the noise, block the noise. We live in such a loud world where we are asked to chase and follow trend after trend. There's always someone telling us what to wear, how to look, what's the trendy workout, where should we go eat, what goals to have, and what success looks like. So imagine chasing someone or chasing something that you didn't even decide. Just kind of like society decided that you needed to chase this, and everyone is following this trend, so you also want to chase this trend. But, like, are you even asking yourself why? Like, do I actually want it? Like, does this align with my purpose, or am I just doing it because someone else said to? It is so easy to confuse what you truly love with what everyone says that you should love. And it's I love the word interesting, but it is something really interesting. I was listening to a podcast the other day. He's a doctor. I can't remember his last name right now, but we'll talk about him more. He wrote a book called Mastery, and he was explaining how when we are, like, before we're 4 years old, we have this, like, inner voices, right? And we know what we like, we know what we dislike, and that's what, like, why kids literally don't have a filter. Like, they'll just say what they think, because their inner voice tells them to do so. And as we grow up, our parents start telling us, like, this is what you're supposed to do. Our teachers tell us, you're good at this, you're not good at that, you need to improve that. Our friends, when we, like, are in our teenage years, are like, we should go out, let's go do this, like, you should drink, la 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 la. Social media, even, like magazines, or just social media in general, honestly. But before all this noise, we only had those little inner voices, and we knew ourselves for, like, what we truly wanted and are. We said what we liked, what we didn't, and we just expressed it. But as we grow up, we start listening more to others and less to that voice inside of us. So it's really easy to get lost, and this is on everyone. Like, everyone goes through this. And all these influences slowly start shaping our taste, our dreams, and our identity. And this is when sometimes we end up chasing goals that don't even belong to us. And when we try to chase that goal and we force ourselves to, like, chase that goal, obviously it's exhausting. And this is why so many of us can end up feeling frustrated or unfulfilled, because we're working towards something that doesn't feel right for us. When your goals come from pressure instead of passion, it's like trying to swim against a current. Like, you're gonna end up feeling exhausted. But when your actions come from your heart, that's like when everything changes. And this doctor from the podcast, he also said, when we're learning from something that we have an emotional connection with, it is way easier for the human and, like, for the brain to learn and process all that information. When we have, like, an emotional connection to what we're learning, it just flows. It flows. It's not forced. It just flows. And that's how we align ourselves with our goals and our passion. Because you stop caring so much about perfection and doing things how someone else told you they're supposed to be done, and you start to enjoy the process of learning, of taking in the information, and of achieving your goal, because it becomes a goal that you want to get there, but you also want to give it your all. You also tell yourself, like, this is what I truly love, I want to keep learning this. Like, I don't need to rush it, I don't need to, like, get there immediately, because I want to take it all in. Because I'm learning with love, I'm learning with emotion. You stay consistent because it feels good, not because you're forcing yourself to, or someone else is telling you to do so. That emotional connection, that alignment is what keeps you going. It's what keeps us going to what we truly love. And when I was listening to this podcast and actually planning this video, I asked myself, what do I love? Because I've obviously struggled with this so much, and I kind of analyzed, and I hope you can do this too. What have I done my whole life? What have I been consistent with without someone else telling me that I have to do it, or society expecting me to do it? Like, I just want to do it. And it's helping people. So right now, just kind of like taking in this psychological knowledge and putting it out there as well. And moving my body. So like Pilates, going on walks, dancing, like a sport. Those are the two main things that I say I truly love, in fashion, because I do study fashion and I love being a little fashionista, but that's like a whole other thing. But those are some passions that I've done my whole life since I was little, since I was 4. My mom told me that I would like put makeup on and dress with heels and like be super pink. And I've always danced and moved around and done Pilates and enjoyed like moving my body and stretching and helping others. So you can ask yourself, like, what is something that I willingly do without someone expecting it from me? And that kind of helps you find your passion, find your alignment, and keep being consistent with it, and hopefully make a living of it as well. Because as human beings, we need a purpose. And I don't mean something huge or like a world-changing like mission or project, or like, you know, sometimes your purpose is simply living with intention, to share your energy, to learn, to create, to connect, to have a sense of community, to teach what you know and what you love. But the point here is, it has to be yours. It has to be your purpose, not what society expects, not what your parents wanted, but what feels so true to you that even the hard parts are worth it. Because when something is meant for you, you'll even fall in love with the challenges that something brings, because you know that they're shaping you and you know that they're teaching you and helping you grow. When you live in alignment with that type of purpose, life starts to just flow. You stop rushing, you stop comparing, and you also realize that good things take time and that great things are never forced. That is a huge one. You cannot rush yourself into alignment. You cannot cheat the process. You need to understand that good things do take time, and you need to do them at the right pace, in the right way, and then eventually you'll understand why they unfold and why they happen in the way that they did or they do. And with that, I mean, you can know your purpose and you'll still keep learning why your purpose is yours and how you can make it better, how you can improve it, or if something goes wrong. I don't believe there is one set answer, but a lot. And you can keep finding them out and exploring, and that's what makes it fun. As long as you're loving what you're doing and you're able to create, to teach, to learn, and to express it, it'll fulfill you as well. And if you think about it, a doctor, his purpose is helping heal people. And they're always learning more about the body, and they're always studying more with biology, and it's the same for us. We find our purpose and we keep learning about it, and we keep helping others, and we keep also helping ourselves, and we keep evolving, and that's the whole point of life as well. And that's how you fall in love with the process, and you're able to also romanticize life. Because as I said at first, life truly is about romanticizing the process and falling in love with the journey. Something that I remind myself every day, and that you should too. And I know it's one of the best affirmations to repeat out loud, is saying, I am in full control of my perspective. Even when life gets messy or unpredictable, you do get to decide what you tell yourself about it. And that is key when you're romanticizing life and trying to be more grateful. You're the director of your own life. You're the director of your movie, and you're the main character too. If you focus on fear, insecurity, or negativity, that'll grow. But if you focus on gratitude, solutions, and possibilities, that is what's going to come to you. That's what's going to flow to you. And that's what life is going to return to you as well. So ask yourselves, what results do I want from my life? Because energy flows where attention goes. And you deserve to invest in what makes you feel the most alive and in alignment with your purpose, and where you can be the most grateful as well. When we act from fear, we shrink, we play small, we compare ourselves. But when we act from gratitude and love, we open doors that we never even imagined, and that is what's crazier. You have expectations for yourself, you have dreams for yourself, And I'm telling you right now, they could be even bigger. They could be even bigger. Like, it's your life, and you do need to start acting like the universe only wants to make you happy. Because why wouldn't it? And that's the secret. When you move through life with softness and trust and being able to stop, everything starts to align naturally as well. You end up attracting better things because you're coming from a clear and grounded place rather than a desperate one. Do you have like that friend, or you see that one person that's always like stressed, like very desperate, like I need to have the answers now, and I need to be in control, and I need to know what happens and why? It's like, calm down. Literally calm down. Why? Like, you have this present moment and you're wasting it by worrying about something that A, might not even be happening, B, is probably not what you think it is, C, you might be taking out of proportion. And it's just like, take a step back, breathe in, and look at the positives. Look at what this is teaching you and how you can make the situation better, and that's what's gonna end up growing. Don't be desperate, like slow down, ground yourself, and keep going, because life is always gonna keep moving, and so are you. Keep moving towards the right direction. Romanticizing life isn't about escaping reality, it's about transforming it into the best outcome. And honestly, the real key to romanticizing life and to all of this, finding your purpose and what we talked about, is reconnecting with the version of you that existed before all the noise. And that's scary, because honestly, as a society, I think a lot of us have lived with that noise for most of our lives. But if we're able to step out of it and ask ourselves what we truly want and walk towards that, we're gonna live a way more fulfilling life, because it's gonna be true to us, and that's what matters. You only have one life. Make it true to you. And reconnect with that little human that got excited about sunsets, dancing, drawing, the ocean. Trust me, I go on walks outside, and what makes me happy is like feeling the sun on my skin, and it's amazing. That's what makes me like the most joyful. That little human, before the noise, already knew what made them happy. They already knew what it felt like home. They weren't chasing the feeling of happiness. If you ever get lost, go back to them, because they still live inside of you. And that actually gives me a lot of nostalgia, but they still live inside of you, and they'll always lead you back to your purpose. And it's crazy to think that a 4-year-old and like baby us knows our purpose more than we do sometimes, but it is true. And they were living life to their purpose, and we deserve to do the same as we grow older. So yeah, that's what romanticizing life truly means, at least for me, and I hope that you can take away a lot of positive things from this video and fall back in love with living, with being grateful, with being curious. Oh my God, please be curious, wander around, learn new things. Like I always tell people, I think that adults sometimes get anxiety, including me, or they get frustrated because they stopped playing. It's like, go take a cooking class, or I don't know, like go do something fulfilling for your soul and have fun. Like you need to have fun. Go play around, go do something exciting. And also living more intentionally. More intentional. That's, if there's a word you need to take from this video, is intention and purpose. You are the director of your own life, you're the writer, you're the main character. You decide what the outcome is. So make it beautiful for you. I love you. See you soon. Bye.